And speaking of national parks, I know you've gotten to enjoy quite a few of them lately, Alana.
The Mighty Five and I are besties, Courtney. You have no idea. I feel like Utah has the best parks, and the fact that we have 5 of them, and this is such an exciting thing because you get to celebrate the week and head to some of those parks. And yeah, I've just been to several of them. I'll get to share more with you as we get into May. So what it looked like today in northern Utah, really nice. Clear conditions up towards Logan, just a few clouds coming through. Gorgeous shot there and lots of greenery. Different story in the south. Wonderful web submission coming in from La Verkin, but you notice that cloud cover that really began to increase in the late afternoon and through the evening. It was noticeable not just in Washington County and La Verkin, but we saw it through Iron County, Richfield, brought to you by that area of low pressure sending that cloud cover and a few stray showers towards Grand County and over Lake Powell in the last few hours. Those clouds made it north of Richfield, just south of Nephi, over into the West Desert, and we watched towards Grand County where the cloud cover was around this evening, but a little bit of moisture popping up. That trend will hold on as we head into tomorrow for a specific portion of the state thanks to a weak disturbance. 50s for those highs, made it to 56 in Salt Lake. 62 is our average high, so we were falling short a little bit when it comes to our seasonal norms, but don't worry, that begins to change. Mid-70s in Moab, 81 in St. George, 50s and 60s along the I-15 corridor was a nice one. As we head into the overnight, with our clear skies that we saw this afternoon and heading into the evening, will really allow for those temperatures to dip. We're looking at low 40s, upper 30s out there, so a chillier start to our Friday, but don't worry, warmer air is moving in for the close of the work week, and that will allow daytime highs to bounce back to seasonal norms, 47, as we're off to the races at about 9 a.m. Let's talk allergies for a second. I told you about those tree pollens, and as we head into tomorrow, the highest pollen popping up for the Uinta Basin, Castle Country, the I-70 corridor, and portions of Grand County. A little bit of wet weather in the area could suppress that a little bit. Medium to high pollen for the Wasatch Front, but I know allergy sufferers, you're not going to get a break into tomorrow, and I'm sorry for that. Cloud cover with a little bit of moisture potential for our Friday. Daytime heating will aid in this, and so by the afternoon and evening hours, we do get some moisture and some pop-up storms. That includes near Hanksville, Loa, south central Utah. Those will drift towards the eastern side of the state. In the West Desert towards Beaver County, thanks to this weak disturbance that slides on through. By Saturday, it's gone. And we get fairly quiet conditions with high pressure building. So your weekend is looking really nice. Let's look big picture and talk about it here for a second so you know what to expect. We get that weak little disturbance that could bring the chance of a stray shower for our Friday. But then we see that high pressure in the desert southwest. That ridge begins to build, keeping moisture and acting as a storm block so low pressure stays north. That high becomes the headline of our weather story, high to the big H, because it sticks around for our weekend, brings above average temperatures and plenty of sunshine, and it will hold on to dry conditions as we head into early next week. What we're going to keep our eye on is an area of low pressure that by the end of next week could move in, and forewarning you now, could bring some wet weather potential. It's early and several days away, but giving you that heads up that we will see some changes, but dry skies for the most part. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s for tomorrow, getting to average along the Wasatch Front and then maybe bumping it up a few degrees, but look at those lows. A little more cloud cover for tomorrow with moisture streaming in with that weak disturbance, mostly cloudy for the southern half of the state. We'll see the sun peeking through at times in the north, 80s in Moab, 85 in St. George, upper 60s in Vernal, 70 in Cedar City. Taking a look at the next 7 days, we see that warmth, and I'm going for the first 90s of the year in Washington County by the latter half of the weekend. Why not? Go big or go home. 92 by Monday. The breeze starts to pick up and temperatures fumble a bit. Dry conditions. Wasatch Front showing the 60s. And then I was like, Mother Nature, I just need some 70s. And she's like, I got you. And she does for the next several days. Saturday through Tuesday, dry conditions, partly cloudy skies. Chamber of Commerce weekend for the north. I mean, a 75 with sunshine is kind of my love language. I'm just going to say it.
She's taking requests. Why not?
I mean, call the request line. It's like, it's going to be really, really nice. And down south, it gets warm. We get the 80s.
Never listens to me.